This is Crafter. This is Crafter.
While I was editing, I realized how little I use the characters' names, so I just wanted to clear that up to make sure that everyone was on the same page. So, my version of Roman is Julie, my version of Logan is Leslie, my version of Patton is Patty, and my version of Virgil is Virginia, but throughout the entire thing she goes by VA. And the main character is Sara. That is the name of my best friend who was the one who introduced me to Sanderside, so I just wanted to pay homage to her for a little bit. Alright, now, hope you enjoy. I think the superpower of invisibility is just a way to prank people. I mean, they can sneak up on you at any moment. Where's my wallet? What is up, everybody? So you may not know this. Well, I hope you don't, since I haven't revealed this information to anyone. No one's stalking me, right? Anyways, I am a huge fan of superheroes. I love characters like Iron Man, Professor X, and my personal favorite, Captain America. But for some reason, the thing that makes the movies for me are the villains. I want to know their motives, how far they're willing to go to get what they want, and just the contrast of ideals between theirs and the protagonists. And it's gotten me thinking, what defines a good villain? What makes good and even evil so great? There was truly no way to figure that out. Leslie? What are you doing here? I'm here to sort out this predicament of yours, Sara, as usual. Also, I believe your use of good villain would be considered an oxymoron. Alright, whatever, Teach. Like I said, there was no way of determining what makes a good villain or hero be— You don't have to use air quotes. Fine. This cannot be solved for the simple reason that the borders between good and bad are close to none, meaning that there is no way to truly understand who is and is not a villain. What are you talking about? It is clear and simple. The main character, like in most movies, is the protagonist, and anyone who stands in their way is the villain, and must be wiped from the face of existence. Whoa, pump the brakes, Julie. Not everyone in your way is evil. Of course they are. They are stopping you from attaining your hopes and dreams. And why do you have that accent? Well, I've always talked this way. I don't even talk like that. You aren't even pronouncing your vowels right. You sound like a mixture of British, Australian, Irish, Scottish, Southern. It makes me feel dramatic, alright? Okay. I love superheroes! Hear my heart, Patty. Of course you love superheroes. I mean, they're just so cool. Well, you should have fashionably late to the party, Patty. Party? What party? Your party? My party? Is it a surprise party? Well, I'm gonna put some logic into this fictional debate. Good and bad can simply be put into both sides. It depends on what you like compared to the so-called villain, relatability, your own beliefs, etc. How could you say that? The villain is evil, the hero is good. Simple! Actually, this could be interesting. Can't wait to hear this. Right on time, VA. Wait, why are you here? Simple. I love superheroes too. Really? Well, let me guess, you root for the villains, don't you? Not all the time. But I was pretty happy when Thanos won in the last film. No! But there are some heroes I like. Really? Yeah. I mean, no one is a perfect mold of a hero. Everyone has a dark side. Sure, you would be the one to see the dark sides of people, says the person who wants the people in front of her to be wiped from the face of existence. Hey! Okay, calm down, you two. Can we please get back to this discussion I've wanted to have my entire life about heroes and villains, how closely related they truly are, and I'm sorry I'm speaking so fast, I just can't wait to finally figure out the answer. Wow. Nerd. Yay! Alright. Avengers, no, let's not copyright, Sara. You love them too much to get in trouble with them. Right, sorry. Let's get started. Leslie, you said that the borders between good and bad are basically blended. Indeed. How so? Well, there are a wide variety of definitions for good and bad. There is no concrete definition for what makes a good or bad person. Well, then that's where we need to start. What's a good definition of, well, good? Ha! That's the easiest question in the world, Sara. I can't believe none of you have figured it out yet. Wait, really? Of course. The answer to that, obviously, is me. Now, why would we want to spread lies, Julie? So extra. Well, can't we all be good? Possibly. What do you mean by that, Patty? Well, we're all good at different things. Leslie's good at puzzles, Julie's good at theater, I'm great at making dad jokes, and VA's great at being my dark, strange child. Yay me. So it depends on what kind of good you want to talk about, kiddo. But Patty, that's the thing. All heroes show a different sense of, well, good. Yes. For example, Captain America, at the end of Captain America the First Avenger, sacrificed himself to save the nation from a bomb by crashing his plane into the ice. Which was kinda stupid if you think about it. What? He could have used a parachute or something to jump out of the plane. He could have told Peggy where he was so they could send a rescue team if he had to crash it. He could have put the wheels down for goodness sakes and land like a normal pilot. He didn't have to risk his life to that extent. Did you not hear Leslie? He sacrificed himself. That's true bravery if you ask me. I didn't ask you. Another example would be Doctor Strange towards the end of Avengers Infinity War. Ugh, the greatest movie ever created! Well, until Endgame. I have to agree with you, Julie. Something's wrong. I don't hate her opinion. Maybe the ending to that movie really is coming true. No, it's just odd that I don't want to go! What is happening? Hey there, Patty. No one is going anywhere. And the ending isn't really happening, alright? Can we all just calm down? Please? Alright, apologies. Returning to the movie, the assumed villain Thanos needed the Time Stone to continue his plan of wiping out half the universe. When one of Doctor Strange's teammates was imperiled, he gave the stone to Thanos in order to save his friend. Yeah, but like, why though? That was all that stood between Thanos and the end of the world, and he just gave it all up! You may think that way, Julie, but the way I see it, he was being a good friend, and inevitably ending the world as we know it. But his teammate was dying. The debate between saving multiple strangers or your friend. I've always had a certain affection for these puzzles. So what is the right answer? Simple. There is none. This is purely an opinion-based question. For many years, people have tried to find loopholes where they can save both their friend and the numerous strangers, but realistically, you can only save one or the other. So you're saying not everyone can be happy in the end? Exactly. But there has to be a way to save them both, right? Patty, it is nearly impossible. You cannot make everyone happy. Wow, I'm actually agreeing with you twice, Julie. I'm going insane. Apologies, Patty, but there is only one realistic answer. No! What the heck, Julie? Julie, put down the spear. It's a sword! Gosh. Is that Galaga? Maybe? Patty, don't you understand that not everyone can be saved? Look, I get that you Council of Sides have made a decision, but given that it's a stupid decision, I've chosen to ignore it. Whoa. Sorry. That was mean. Deceit! What? Patty didn't say that, did she? She would never yell at us. Where is Patty? No, it's actually me. I just got carried away. I don't like decisions, especially ones with a cost. This is why we're not superheroes. It's alright, Patty. You're just really invested in Marvel. What do you mean? Sarah's only invested movie ticket money into Marvel, and even then, it's actually her parents. Why can't you understand a simple metaphor? It just flies right over your head. Things have been flying over my head? How have I never noticed? Oh boy. Besides, my reflexes are too fast. I would catch it. No, my reflexes are fast. You can't even catch a binder. Nope, we're not gonna talk about that. We need to get focused. Okay. In the end, all of you are partially correct. Sure, some may see him as an imbecile for sacrificing the stone, but some may see him as a good Samaritan for saving his friend. In the eyes of his teammate, he may have indeed seemed like a true hero. And in the eyes of someone who could not care less, Doctor Strange was being careless and destroying the universe that Stanley created. He will be missed. Okay, so we can't truly determine the definition of good and bad without being biased, so is there no definition of good? Well, the written definition of good can be a multitude of things. To be desired or approved of, having the qualities required for a particular role, possessing or displaying moral virtue, enjoyable or satisfying, attractive, thorough, and well. But those all seem really different from each other. Well, good can be used in different ways for different people. It's like you said, Patty, it depends on what kind of good you want to talk about. So why do we call heroes heroes? If there's no solid definition for good, why do we consider heroes good? Well, I guess we don't, but the people who create them put that label on them. They know that people like you, kiddo, love superheroes. And they do that to make us like them. Freedom, life's biggest lie. So let me get this straight. If they put that label on, let's say, Thanos, more people would like him or understand him if people believe that he is helping, then possibly. I already like him. Well, of course you, but not because he's a villain. Really? Well, yeah. I never liked labeling characters heroes and villains because There is no difference. You think everyone can be a hero and a villain? That's what I've been saying this whole time. You can't define good and bad because nobody is all one or the other. Everyone has a dark side. So why do you like him, VA? Because I can sort of see what he's trying to do. Sure, he's being an extremist, but his underlying intentions are, well, good. Well, destroying half the universe doesn't seem like good intentions. He's worried about overpopulation. So he wants to destroy half the universe to try and help humans, and aliens alike I suppose, live better lives. And sure, he's taken it way too far, but you can tell that he wants to try and help the universe. Well, I guess. I think what makes him the best villain, or character I guess, since those labels have pretty much been thrown out the window, is that he's not afraid of his opponents, and even respects them to a degree. For example, when Thanos was ready to kill Tony Stark, also known as Iron Man, he even said that he hoped that humanity would remember him. You have my respect, Stark. When I'm done, half of humanity will still be alive.
I hope they remember you.
I'm the reason Sarah's fast reflexes. What the heck was that voice? And how did you get my purse, Patty? I just got excited. I've always wanted to do that. You know, you scare me sometimes. Thank you. Wow. Anyways, that's exactly what I'm talking about. He has the audacity to go up against Earth's mightiest heroes, and he still holds respect for his opponents. So his intentions were good, but his actions were bad, pretty much. So the big bad baddie of Marvel isn't all that bad of a big bad baddie? I suppose so. A nice alliteration, Patty. Aw, thanks. But now we're back to where we started. Ugh, why can't we figure this out? This whole problem is as crazy as a bunch of flying monkeys. I still don't understand why you say things like that. I do. I understood that reference. Actually, I think we made some progress. Really? Well, yeah. We were able to show that good and bad labels aren't necessary because everyone shows both sides. Well, what heroes show bad qualities? Simple. All of them. All of them? Doctor Strange and Iron Man both show greed and are very egotistical. Professor X erased people's minds and even controlled some to get his way. Captain America, at one point in the comics, abandoned his country and became nomad and was more brutal than ever. But they're heroes! They're my heroes. Oh, Patty, we aren't saying they're bad. Really? Of course not. We just want people to understand that nobody's perfect. Everyone has their flaws. Even I have flaws. Don't worry, Sarah, that's about as close as you're going to get to her when she has a figurative Achilles heel. Oi. Patty, I still love all those heroes. It's just that now we know that they aren't all perfect. And those imperfections can make them relatable and lovable. So this doesn't change my thoughts on if I think they're good characters. In fact, I think it makes them better. And sure, some have darker sides than others, but those dark sides give them something they need to evolve from and move past. And Patty, if you want, keep thinking of those heroes any way you like. Yay! Indeed. Marvel will always hold a special place in all of us, no matter hero or villain. They have helped your imagination to expand and your theory-making abilities to become more complex. What? Aren't you going to get into the Marvel spirit too? Well, I guess. Abby? Aww. Glad to see you in better spirits, Patty. Aw, thanks, guys. Time for a Marvel marathon. You know that all of us sides love Marvel, Sarah. Just don't waste all of your time watching movies for the 16th time. Keep on theorizing about the newest Avengers movie and be prepared to flip out when another piece of Marvel news comes up. Just don't embarrass yourself too much when you geek out, alright? I'm still here. I'll try, BA. Many people love superheroes, no matter what kind. If this was anything but an excuse to show my love for superheroes, I guess it was to show that People have many layers, and it's important to listen to all sides of the story. And on the subject of good and bad, try to be the best version of yourself that you can. Nobody's perfect, and that's okay. What's important is that you accept those flaws and move forward with your lives. Be your own hero in your own story. Until next time, take it easy guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Peace out. Ooh, is this an end credit scene? It may not be the exact definition, but I suppose you could say that. One step closer to a real Marvel movie. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, what character would you be in a Marvel movie? I am Iron Man. He is everything that I want to be. Rich, famous, and a hero. He really fits you, Julie. Thank you, VA. He was also egotistical, selfish, and basically pushed everyone out of his life. Hey! Yes, and he did do some actions that were very risky. In almost every way, he's a perfect fit. Yes, like how he flew into that Chitauri monster like Jonah. You all remember the story of Jonah, right? I wouldn't consider him a role model, Julie. VA, you're up. Well, I guess I would be Thanos, Venom, Bucky. Actually, without my dark look, I think I would be Scarlet Witch. Really? Why is that so surprising? I've always wanted to read people's minds. It would help me to calm down to know what they were actually thinking, instead of having, well, me, worrying about what they thought of me, or Sara. Oh, well, if that helps you, I guess it fits. Leslie! I believe I would be the intelligent Jarvis. Well, I was the one who created you, so I guess I am smarter than you. I saw you more as a Bruce Banner. Do elaborate. Why? Because you may be smart, but you have no patience whatsoever. You basically become the Hulk. Falsehood! What, you thought that was angry? You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Wow, VA, you're correct. And I would be Spider-Man. With all those bad puns, I could say that. Actually, from what I recall, Patty has not said one bad pun today. Indeed, I don't remember any bad puns either. Wait a minute. Well, if you don't think I should be Spider-Man, maybe I could be Two-Face. That's the wrong cinematic universe, Patty. We haven't talked about DC this entire video. She knows. Yes, she would never mix them up. Fine. Deceit! How could I not join this controversial topic? Well, you sure look the part of Two-Face. Partially insane and completely annoying. How long have you been here? Not long at all. Where is Patty? How dare you stand where she stood? Oh, you all just make me laugh. It took you this long to figure out that I love superheroes! Hello, Patty. Oh, thank goodness you're right. How could Deceit fool us again? What's up, Patty? Oh, nothing super great. Sorry if I'm bugging you. Get it? Because Spider-Man is a superhero? Got those puns from the World Wide Web. Spiders are arachnids, though. Let her have it fun.
I know. With great puns comes great responsibility.
Hey, you guys want to try some shawarma?